Y'all, so now let's go from one reality show to another, and let's talk about some Project Runway, because apparently Kenley Collins, well, I actually remembered her when I saw her picture. She throwing shade. So we was talking about some of them Bravo recruits. She throwing shade at some Andy Cohen. So, season 5 contestant Kenley Collins opened up about an explosive social media post criticizing the reality TV design competition and comparing Cohen to convicted predator Harvey Weinstein. I do have the clip, and there's two of them, but I don't know if the first one actually talks about it. I think the first one she does talk about um Project Runway or something or other, but I know this other one talks about Andy Cohen. So I'm gonna definitely let me play that one that was over on her Instagram. I think this is it. Nope, that's not it. It's this one. So we're gonna come back, we're gonna play this story, and then we're gonna come back and talk. Please hold.
Do you guys really think Harvey Weinstein was the worst one on set? Andy Cohen was. He's disgusting. Horrible. Worse. Predator with the gays hopping around on set. Hey, twins. Propositioning designers to have a threesome in exchange for their own show. That worked for Harvey, but actually no one wanted your ass. Come into my office. I want to talk to you. We called you the gay Weinstein. Acting like a fucking clown on set. We thought you were Tim Gunn's boyfriend. You were so far up his ass. You had me on your show. You asked me, Kenley, have you ever considered nasal surgery? Because your voice is so annoying and nasally. Who says that? That's so fucked up. You're disgusting. You're a fucking predator anyway. NBC can pay all the money in the world to cover your ass after Nene spoke the truth about you. You're a racist predator. You're fucking finished. Didn't even help Chris March with his medical bills. Where is he now? Dead. Do you care that house husbands hang themselves over your exploitation? No. Does anybody fucking care? Seems really unfair. Harvey's rotting in prison while you act like some crazed housewife fan. You'll never be a housewife. Jealous hater. Mad you can't wear the designer clothes and the designer dresses to the reunion show. Hater. You'll never. Asshole. Creep. You're sick. Fuck you, Peacock. Pay me. Because I could go all day. Try me. I've just begun. Don't even get me started on Heidi Klum. Got the gig through her talent? I don't think so. Talentless, no style. None. The fashion was the worst. I was like, what the hell is she wearing? She's cheesy as fuck. I don't even understand what's going on. The hair, the makeup, the short, tight, shiny snakeskin dresses. Thank God Christian's now styling her for the new show. And she got some new work done. She would go, put the midgets in front of me to make me look taller. That's not going to help you and what's happening here. We waited 4 hours for your glam squad to make you look like that. You look like shit. We're doing the smoky eye today with the oily, greasy hair look again. And you're judging us with this look. I'm uncomfortable. With your fucking earpiece. What's the line again? It's one day you're in, the next day you're out, you piece of shit. You're getting paid $1 million for this? And you can't even memorize your lines? What a scumbag. The most soulless human being I've ever met. No personality, no fucking style, not funny. Runway, no. Sports Illustrated. That's not fashion, darling. I said what a motherfucking said.
Okay, sis. Now she went in, and some of the stuff she said I've been saying for years, that allegedly Andy ain't nothing but a damn predator. Oh no, he fetishizes black men. I've been telling y'all that for years. He was a friend of mine. So that's how I be knowing some of the tea that was going on. Well, I don't speak to said friend anymore, but the stand still remains, or the situation still remains. But Kenley, I'm like, girl, tell us how you really feel. And here's the thing. She is absolutely right about Heidi Klum. Heidi Klum has always looked a mess when it comes to fashions. Have you ever seen her on a red carpet? She always gets worse dressed. So she's absolutely right. And it's like, I don't put nothing past that. Y'all got an earpiece. Look, she ain't the only one. RuPaul wears one when he's on Drag Race. So they all wear like little earpieces. That's why he could never do a live version of Drag Race, where it's like they do it like American Idol style, and they announce the winners. They have to record it weeks in advance because they got to do multiple takes. Me, I can sit up there and do something off the dome. I could do a show live. A lot of these people cannot do it. And it's like they have to be spoon-fed what they need to be told in their ear. But I do think that, yeah, it's great and it's smart that they have, as much as I love Tim Gunn and I would love him to be a part of the show, it's best that they have Christian Siriano on there, because he can even make the hottest, messiest person look like $1 million damn. I mean, he knew how to make Whoopi Goldberg look good, and Whoopi Goldberg's style be a choice. But that's her style. That's what she goes with. So she marches to the beat of her own drum. And that's that. But then they were sitting there saying how to tell So now, of course, the people decided, let me take it off this thing because God, Miss Mama's out here looking crazy. Um, so the people was jumping in the comments over on her social media and said the following. How to tell when an NDA expires. I've noticed a few veteran reality show folks come out swinging recently, and I love every bit of it. Kenley, if you ever want to come on this show with Spill Tea, I would love to have you on, especially if you got any more allegations about Andy being inappropriate. So I hate twinks and and the whole sexual thing because we believe it. Because didn't Brandy Glanville allegedly? I'm saying all of that for legal reasons, but didn't um Brandy Glanville come out and say something in regards of Andy getting on the phone and talking about doing a threesome with her and some other chick, and she mentioned that in one of her little lawsuits, and he would say, "Oh, it was in jest." Well, as a boss and someone who's an executive producer of shows, and you have your own reunion show, you cannot be inappropriate with these people. You're supposed to be a businessman. You're supposed to be a personality. You're supposed to be someone who's supposed to be professional. But this is why I said this queen want to be up in here kikiing with these housewives and all this other stuff like they besties, and it's like you're a boss. You're not supposed to be talking like this with the people that you're supposed to be doing business with. But you be acting like they all your best friends because you ain't got one outside of Andy damn Cohen and Kelly Ripa and SJP. Those are the only three that we know that you got. And there's probably some more, but those are the ones that just come up in the top of the head. So another person said, yeah, Heidi's fashion has always been atrocious. I'm curious to hear more about your opinion of Tim Gunn. He always felt like he actually cared about the designers, but maybe that's just how it's produced too. Another person said, I don't know who you are, but I've been saying this for years. Andy Cohen isn't a good human, but be careful. The creeps don't like to be exposed. Another person says, seeing Michael Costello like your post makes me want to hear more from others as well. When my favorite, I've actually been to Michael Costello's Runway show years ago. When my faves are speaking up, liking each, I think it was on the same season. Like each other's truth. Another person said, keep speaking up about Andy Cohen. I think he's one of the worst things to ever happen to television. He uses connections with SJP and others to climb the ladder of fame. Supposedly, he and JP are close friends, and I never saw her the same after that. What's the old saying? Show me who your friends are, and I'll tell you what you are. Somebody said, follow him for all the parts. You want to know something? On that note, I'm going to follow her too. Because it was like, this was messy. I think even Willem jumped into the comments and did. She said, we all sign our rights and likenesses away when we agree to do these shows in perpetuity. The contract always uses that word. Reality shows became a thing during the strike in the 2000s because they were cheap to produce, and SAG didn't make anyone treat people well on set or even standard, with which translated to people cutting corners. No 12-hour turnaround, and most importantly, future residuals. And she also went on to say, loved you on your season. Oh, I remember Kenley. Because like when I saw, I was like, okay, daughter. I was trying to open up the reply to see what she said on, whoever said on Willem's thing. So yeah, if you're going to use your social media to come up on here and tell your story, then they're saying that I would love to hear more stuff behind the scenes. If she can find a way to come out with a book and spill, all the tea regarding what happened on here and stuff, or what happened to her and her experience of Project Runway, I definitely want to hear it. And speaking of which, I definitely want to hear from y'all. What do you guys think of this story in regards to this, Kenley coming out from Project Runway, spewing her allegations against the show? And I like Project Runway. I'm loving this current season. I ain't gonna stop watching, but I totally get what when they were talking about, like, yeah, the overall slave labor that they had going on a lot of these reality shows. You always hear a lot of people speaking out about it, and I'm glad that you're using your voice to speak out from what happened, and hope that these people that's going on the show now are getting their just due and not being taken advantage of for the sake of ratings and some clout, whatever the case is. And yeah, I ain't never like Andy. Y'all already know that on this damn show. I've always thought he was straight up trash. So let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down below.